Hello and welcome to the Churros y Tácticas Podcast, where we are here on a Tuesday. And I am your host, Kiyan Sobhani, and I am joined by my great friend, podcast host, wingman. He is the Batman to my Robin, Diego Lorijn. Diego, how are you, my friend?
Good.
That's it?
We got little time.
We have very little
good.
time.
It's we're Tuesday in the middle of the week. There's things going on. We got to move fast. Things are popping. La Liga's not stopping. Ain't no dropping. I'm hip hopping, and we got to get into it. There's just no time for any small talk, I guess.
In about less than 25 minutes, I have to log on to Zidane's press conference, and
there you go. It's a big week for Madridistas, of course.
It's a big week.
Very big week.
So there was zero part of me actually who thought I was gonna do a longer intro today. I kind of knew I was gonna do the intro after we beat Osasuna, because by math and all that stuff, we are gonna be ahead of you even if you win at the Mestalla. But I felt like there was a little part of me that I could have done a little bit of a longer intro if Valencia didn't suck so bad. But that wasn't the case, and Barcelona came away with a pretty good W. And this league title race is just getting more interesting by the day. Unfortunately, Sevilla are down and out for the count after their loss.
That bums me out, Kiyan.
Why does it bum you out?
That bums me out because like it bums any Culé out, because now our sort of perception of their mindset going into this crucial match on Sunday is it's over with anyway. We can't beat Madrid and still be in the league title race. I hope they don't, and Sevilla prove me wrong. Sevilla's give me a reason to believe why you will go into that match on Sunday con garra, with the fangs hanging out, and will still fight for a chance to win the league title, or at least give a good fight to Madrid and beat them in the Di Stefano on Sunday. 9 p.m. Central European time.
If they win that game, they're all of a sudden on 73 points again, and then they're only 3 points back of Atleti. Look, are they going to win the league title? They have to go for it. After that loss? Probably not. But, they're not like out of it to the point where they're just going to lay down and die, for sure.
No. And I just hope that they're not demoralized by this defeat, because it was a big defeat.
It was also the way it happened last second, the space they allowed Iñaki on that goal. Interesting, when Valencia went up 1-0 against Barca, a lot of Real Madrid fans said, this is bad for us. Because if Barca lose this game, then they won't feel incentivized to beat Atleti. And also because they won't want Real Madrid to win the title, so they'll lose against Atleti on purpose. How do you feel about that? Do you think there's any accuracy in that?
Not against Atleti. No, there shouldn't be. There is obviously and I addressed that on the podcast last week, that there is this sort of more conflict that we're dealing with at the moment, where basically any more drop points, would be giving the title more, or taking away points rather from Atletico as well, is giving more options, of course, for Madrid still to be in the race. And that is, a conflict. That is something that we have to deal with. And I know that narrative went around Madridistas on social media. I think it kind of stemmed, if I'm not mistaken, from Roncero, who kind of, again, nobody watches Chiringuito, yet everybody still seems to, or at least I should just speak for myself, I'm still up to date with little quotes here and there, things that get said on the show, mainly because Marca and us actually just, and sometimes Sport as well, put clips of it on their website. So I heard about this narrative, and look, it's partially true. What can I say? A defeat against Valencia would have, after losing against Granada, mind you, 2 defeats in a row, going into the match against Atletico de Madrid, the league leaders, who are still in, obviously with a very good chance to winning La Liga, if anything better than Madrid or Barca, just by mathematics and league standings at the moment. So this is a long way. This is a long way of me saying yes. Okay, yes, but I don't want to say yes.
What if Florentino showed up to the Camp Nou with a maleta?
Maletin.
That would be a first, right? Laporta
that
would be
must-
like, yeah, we need this. Give us 3.
You know what? Nice doing
Um,
business with you.
So, listen, this is an incredible La Liga season, all things considered. The way
It's
this is
crazy.
ending,
It's crazy.
it's so much
It's
fun.
very,
I'm so
very
happy.
crazy.
I'm so happy. I'm so
Yeah,
happy
it's
to
good.
be invested in the springtime in football like this. It's a good sign. Even if it ends in
Yeah.
like last second heartbreak, I'm just glad to have felt this adrenaline rush at the end. You know what I mean?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's nothing like previous seasons where, oftentimes, league champions were consolidated or won leagues with 10 or more plus points and decided well before the last match day. This is going to go down to the wire. And it's not just Madrid or Barça for them, which makes it all the more special as well, of course. The fact that our 4 teams still in la lucha, in the fight for the league title. It's exciting, and it makes every match all the more of a nail biter. It makes the manner, of course, in wins or points are obtained all the more, exciting, and also the way Madrid got the points against Osasuna. It's one of those again where culés are just kind of slapping our heads and going, only Madrid and especially under Zizou can, like, Casemiro stumbled into a goal.
Get out of here.
Because that was not meant.
I barely remember what happens in that game.
Shoot.
This is where my mind
Of course,
is at
because
right now.
it's not much to see. It was, I guess I enjoyed the first half more of Madrid. There seemed to be more there.
You enjoyed it more because
Rodrigo,
we didn't score in that first half. Yeah. At halftime, I was like, "Man, can we
Well
not
said.
leave
Case
this for like the
closed.
90th minute? Because we need to get out here with a W, whatever."
it hurts culés more. Trust me, seeing you get late goals. As I guess it hurts Madridistas more to see Barça grab nail biters and come back. Hey, when Soler scored that ridiculous rocket, though, again we just cannot win a match without suffering. It still ended up,
you guys had that in
with
the
us
bag. Come on.
suffering.
It was a beautiful goal, but let's talk about that Valencia Barca game before we run out of time. Just talking about nonsense right now.
Yes, true.
What were your impressions of that game? I thought this was relatively comfortable Barcelona performance. And I know that's kind of weird to say, given that they went down a goal. I actually wasn't really impressed with Valencia in this game, and I think it was clear to me from the get-go, especially early on in this game, like the gulf in quality between two teams. Valencia couldn't really string any passes together facing that Barca press and counter press, and their defense wasn't really good. I mean, they had, like, even people like Paulista letting Araujo run into the box way too easily. Still had to make a big save, and
Araujo, that's what he does, man. We finally have somebody with aerial abilities that is a threat, and also with good. Don't forget he was a midfielder, in the cadete side. So yeah, he's got skills. This boy, don't forget that bicycle kick. He has scoring abilities. That's what I'm saying. He's got attacking abilities.
So that, and just like Tony Lato drove me nuts in this game with all of his giveaways, all of his mistakes. A
Lato
game to forget from him.
Annoying.
But I do think, like, just given the fact that they have Guedes and Soler, really, he's so hit or miss these days. But, just having like players like them in the team, there's always room that they can do something in transition.
Of course.
I wish Musa was like starting this game. I think Musa actually would have been able to do more damage to Barca than the players that were on the field. And even like Guedes, he should have scored in this game. And had like that play that just before Valencia scored on the corner, right? He burns PK, and I think he should have done better on the finish. I think he messed that up a little, but we forgive him because Valencia scored in the next corner. Guedes.
Who was this? Guedes? Oh, yeah. You mean when he's alone in front of?
Which leads to the corner, which leads to Valencia scoring anyway. So it wasn't a big deal.
Right. But he does it. He takes it with his right foot. If I don't, yeah, he takes it with his right, and it's an awkward one where he's off balance, and I don't understand why he wouldn't finish with your left foot in that situation. You know, and I think that would have been more natural.
You know what?
And he probably would have gotten a better shot off as well.
You know what struck me in this game, not only on that sequence, but on a couple of other occasions, how slow PK is. Like even him like sprinting back is like, dude, what? Like it's just like overnight. He was never the fastest guy, but certainly he was never like he's struggling out there. I find like just keeping up with players.
Maybe. I mean, he's had a string of injuries, of course, and he's on the wrong side of 30s. That said, I mean, I cannot criticize Piqué. His defending over that of other defenders that again, led to concede the 1-0. It was a poor showing from Longley, unfortunately. Once again, that 1-0 came from an individual error, un despiste, right? A moment of brain shortage where he doesn't keep up with his defender and therefore allows the easy 1-0. Really, obviously, with Ter Stegen going to the ground as well, there's like a pick being set on him, which doesn't. I don't know why that wasn't reviewed by VAR, but anyway. But I think you're taken away also from the excellent opening minutes of Barca, where they displayed right off the bat some excellent combination football, passing skills.
Yeah, no,
Messi, Griezmann, De Jong to Pedri, and if Pedri would be able to finish better, Barca would have been up 1-0 after what is it, like 2-3 minutes already. That was a thing of beauty.
Yep.
Well as more.
That's why I said like the gulf in class between these two teams and quality between these two teams were so apparent to me, in especially the opening frame. And Valencia grew a little bit into this, but you spoke about the Pedro chance, and then they also had a big Araujo chance. I think it was from a corner or a free kick. I can't remember.
A free kick, yeah.
Yeah.
Messi free kick.
Yeah, and throughout the games, Pedri actually missed like two pretty big chances. Messi himself had
Pedri missed two big ones.
Yeah. So they were the better team, and it wasn't really even close to me. But they, Valencia also had that moment in the first half where Araujo gets his pocket picked by Gaia, I think it was. And Gaia gets a shot in the box all of a sudden, and he scuffs that one too. But overall, these two teams weren't even close to each other to me. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, Valencia were just so inferior. And they did capitalize on one transition sequence, which led to a set-piece goal, and then a Carlos Soler absolute freak goal. But other than that, they didn't really do much. So,
kind of reminded me of Messi's goal against PSG. It's just one of those unstoppable rockets where you just like, take a bow, son. Take a bow, son.
Well, what do you think was more impressive, Messi's free kick or Soler's goal?
Soler. I like those kind of goals in transition. Yeah, moving, where you just like, you just see, it's got that already, the momentum of the ball being dribbled. It's like next level. It's Benji and ¿cómo se llama? Benji, Oliver Benji. You don't know manga, Oliver Benji?
Sorry. But you know what? Messi's free kick was, sorry for not understanding the reference, but that's
Messi, bad. I can't believe you don't know Oliver Benji, man. It's like, manga, Japanese manga, where the ball's like, it's real dramatic, and no te suena? You don't recognize that at all? Where they do like a bicycle kick, jump in the air, do 3 flips, then kick the ball with like massive power. The ball's like fireworks are coming off the ball.
Okay, I've seen stuff like that before. I don't know their names and stuff. I mean, that's incredible fan.
That's what those kind of kicks.
Kind of like Dragon Ball Z type stuff.
Yes.
But soccer.
Similar.
Yeah. The free kicks are really any goal, but especially free kicks that go inside the post are just so breathtaking to me. I don't know, because even though it's not always intentional, just the accuracy required to hit it so perfectly, where that's the threshold of like, a goalkeeper cannot stop this. It's impossible. And it's not impossible. Going out of bounds. It's just in that perfect spot where like, it's just unstoppable. So
where you just see the goalkeeper looking at it, bing, and like hitting the post and going, fuck.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do in that situation. So
it's still amazing to me how Messi it makes free kicks look like free throws,
It's incredible.
and penalties is just not. He prefers to take free kicks than penalties. I want somebody to ask him that question in the next time there's an interview. Do you prefer to take free kicks or penalties? Just let's see what he says.
I
I'm
do
guarantee
think
you he would say free kicks.
I do think we have to take a minute to appreciate what we're seeing from him from free kicks. I don't think it's ever
50 goals.
It's unprecedented in football history. I think I don't know if that's 100% accurate. I don't think there's ever been anyone who's been hitting them like this. I mean, like we think back to like Mihailovic at his peak and Beckham at his peak, Juninho at his peak, Cristiano Ronaldo at his peak.
There were many.
Like there were times where those aforementioned players, like you'd be sweating, like if you were facing that, like it's like a free throw for them, like you said. But nothing on this scale where like when anytime Messi steps up, it's like, holy shit, this is like 50-50 chance of going in from that zone. It's incredible stuff.
Yeah. It was a while, like he was on a bit of drought, and I'm happy to have seen him find his form again with an absolute beauty. I think it's, like I said, it's 50 free kick goals now for Barca. Astounding number. And like you said, it's always a threat. I mean, it's from anywhere as well. Messi's always has a chance to put it in. The one, if you'd ask me, what is your standout Messi free kick, the one that impressed you the most? Probably many seasons ago now. We're talking, I think, was it 2011-12 when he scored that free kick from the left side outside of the box, really from a more crossing position, and he just sort of steps up to it and almost catches. I don't think it was even Oblak in goal. Who was it in goal? Was it Courtois? I think it was Courtois in goal, and just puts it over the wall like ridiculously high. It goes and then takes this awkward bend and goes, just basically goes over Courtois, and in this impossible corner ends up at the bottom right corner, right? And everybody's just stunned because it was just, wait, that just happened? You know, you see fans looking at themselves, and obviously the players just being amazed and stunned at this. Do you know what the one I'm talking about?
No. Sounds great.
Oh,
though.
Man. Oh, it's a beauty. I'm going to look it up and post it on Churros y Tácticas Twitter.
You're going to remember that probably better than I would, obviously. But do you remember the Juninho one against Barca in the Champions League?
I remember a lot of Juninho's ones. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
It was like from almost half, and he just hits it, and it just dips and swerves like 300 different directions before going in. It's unbelievable. From a pure aesthetic
he was
point
a specialist.
I really enjoyed from the pure aesthetic point of view Juninho's free kicks, just because like it was just like a laser. It didn't like arc, or it wasn't the curling ones. It was just a laser that dipped. It was like it was a missile, like and that could be like remote controlled almost in the air. It's incredible.
Yeah. Ronaldo would have some of those. Cristiano, I should say, had some of those sometimes as well. Especially when they started to fuck around with the ball. And when they started to fuck around with the ball, and remember the ball was different, or the weight, or something of the textura, I don't remember, but it was like a perfect swivel ball, and all the players were protesting it as well. It was during the Euros that they introduced it, or the World Cup. Fuck, no, I don't remember.
I think it was World Cup 2002, where
possibly
the goalkeepers were complaining because you could not predict where the ball was going. It was just like a balloon. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna look at the Messi one up. What's your since we're on the topic of Messi? I mean, the one that stands out for you from Messi, favorite free kicks. He must have scored against Real Madrid from a free kick, no?
I feel like I would have remembered if he did. Look, Messi hasn't scored against Real Madrid in like decades.
In a while.
Hasn't it been? Hasn't it been like...
His record is amazing.
Don't like him and Cristiano Ronaldo have the same amount of goals in the Clásico since Ronaldo left or something like that?
It is something astounding like that. Yeah. Something staggering.
I don't remember any free kicks.
Here we go. Messi's rocket free kick against Real Madrid. Here we go.
What year was it?
Pulling one up. Let me see. October 12th. It's uploaded the video 2017, but this game, let me see, from when is this game? Well, I
This
don't know.
sounds
I'll let
completely
you know.
fabricated.
Huh?
This sounds completely fabricated.
It's not fabricated. What are you talking about? I'm watching it right now. The score is Barça 1, Real Madrid 1. Barça are wearing, Neymar is still there. They're wearing that shirt that is basically kind of the red part. There's this blue, red, blue. It was when they were making fun that our jersey looked like the PSG jersey. You remember that year?
Yeah. That probably was
Um,
2017 then, wasn't it?
Possibly, man. I mean, shit. Yeah, I guess that's 4 years ago now. Time becomes a blur the older I get, man.
I don't remember
It's in the
many
Camp Nou.
free
It's
kicks in
the
the
60th
Clásico.
minute. It's Barça 1, Real Madrid 1. Casillas is in goal. No, hombre, Casillas is in goal. That's way before 2017, right? Casillas
Yeah.
didn't leave in 2017.
Churros. I will say honestly the only Clásico free kick that I remember vividly is Roberto Carlos against you guys. I think it was in 2000. And Roberto Carlos like never
Oh, it's
scored
a
those free
beauty.
kicks because he just kept on missing and missing and missing all the ones he took. But the ones that he took that went in were just so breathtaking because again, his method was like you just step up and you just blast a bullet and hope for the best. And so when that bullet somehow makes its way through, it looks incredible. But 99% of the time, it looks terrible. We should talk about
Are
the
you in
rest
the
of.
chat?
Yeah.
Are you in the Zoom chat? Oh, I just sent you the link in case you're interested in the Zoom chat.
All right. I'll have a look at it in a
Yeah,
sec. But for
we need to
podcast
talk
purposes,
about.
yeah.
Of course, of course.
So,
We need to go on. Sorry.
well, just that Villarreal had a big win this weekend because them and Real Betis and Real Sociedad. I mean, we talk about the top four right now. Just who the race to not be the one who misses on the Europa League spot between Real Sociedad, Villarreal, and Real Betis is really, really tight. Real
Yeah.
Betis are such a weird team because they're the only team in the top 7 that have a negative goal difference. They're just they haven't won in so long. They're drawing everything. The last 5 games have been draws. The last time they won was back in March 19th against Levante. They've drawn 5 straight. No, they've drawn 6 straight. Sorry. So they're just kind of trying to stay afloat in the Europeans, but they're right there. So that's an interesting storyline brewing, and but
Well, it's a
Villarreal with
move
the
up
big
from
win.
where they were in previous seasons for them. I mean, that's the other reality. I think of
Definitely.
Nabil Fekir. I think probably started out the season well and has been disappointing many throughout the season. But at the end of the day, they're in the fight for Europa, and sometimes our expectations for Betis, I think, are too high based on their history, based on their own objectives and how critical their fans are. But they're están en la lucha. They're in the fight for Europe, and they're better than they are. Several seasons since several seasons, and they've been building up to this. It's I think expectations have to be realistic as well. And with all the draws and perhaps instability, they are there at the moment, and then they they have something to build on. Nabil Fekir was wowing us at the beginning of the season and parts of last season as well. I think he's a very talented footballer. Joaquin, is still there, of course, as well. Canales is being called up for the Spanish national side. He's a fantastic player that luckily enough has been managed to be keeping healthy as well. So, ¿qué más quieren, coño? ¿Qué más quieren? What else do they want?
They also have the easiest remaining schedule out of those 3 teams.
Sia's got the hardest, that's for sure. They've got Barca. I think have the easiest of the top 4. Not to
No,
go back to the
I'm
top
talking
4.
about like the Europa League spot between Real Sociedad,
right.
Villarreal, and Real Betis. Real Betis have the easier
Right.
schedule of the 3. I also think this is a underrated, maybe not underrated because probably people are talking about it to some degree, but this is a good landing spot for Dani Ceballos to return to Betis. I would like to see that.
Okay, yeah, it's a good one.
We have to go
Good shout.
in less than 2 minutes. Do you have anything else?
Atletico.
Okay.
Come
Tell me
on,
what.
Atleti. Well, they're still the league leaders. They
Yes.
won sufrieron mucho. They suffered a lot.
Marcos Llorente
They shouldn't
with
have
the big
suffered.
goal.
I think they deserved in the first half they had clinical chances and bigger misses or stops. But I think that they were unlucky really to have to suffer so much because with all the talent, it seems that they continue to be a team that is it's hard for them to score despite the talent they have. But it shouldn't have been this hard because again, in the first half, they had plenty of shots, good chances. Second half let them down. We see this from other teams as well. And fucking, what was it? Elche held on for dear life and even had a chance to win it in the end, which was, a heart attack for, of course, Colchoneros. And what's surprising to me is that how we've just grown accustomed to Joao Felix being a bench player now and coming off the bench when a lot more was expected from him. There's 120 million that went into him, and he just comes off the bench now. That's how Simeone likes to set his team up.
Yeah, we'll see how he'll grow into the team in the next couple of years. But yeah, it's a storyline that I didn't see coming for sure in the first half of the season, given the way he was playing as a starter. Diego, we got to wrap it up, my man.
Wrap it up.
Enjoy Champions League tonight. Enjoy Champions League tomorrow. I hope you don't enjoy it
tonight's
going to
decide whether Neymar will or not come back to Barca this summer. That's another storyline.
You heard it here first. All right. Thanks, Diego. Take care, my friend.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Goodbye.